Alright, so this is going to be a pretty quick video just back testing the 1 minute strategy. Now the hardest part about the strategy is the direction, right? So I like to use the daily time frame, the higher time frame context, usually based off of, daily fractals or the previous day's highs and lows. So we can see here there's a daily fractal here, two girls by my side, me in the middle, perfect. And then obviously if we check on the 1 minute time frame, roll out, we can see we were in fact above the daily open this morning. Now I've set my sessions indicator from 7 to 4 p.m. Obviously you can adjust that to however you want to do it. And then I've also adjusted my raids indicator so it only shows raids during the session and only the top side raids, because I'm only really looking for sells, right? So cool. Now that we're here, let's look at all the QMs that were given to us in the flow, in the direction, right? So we can see already before reaching London, we were already showing this bearish pressure, all these breaks of structure to the downside, right? Cool. Now, if I just mark out every raid, which was followed by a break of structure, we have a raid followed by a break of structure, return, and then it hit SL, right? So we're still gonna mark it out. You would have put your entry at the breaker, stop loss at the stop raid, and then a 3R TP, right? So around here is fine, and you would have got stopped out. That's fine. Then we move on to the next raid that led to a break of structure, which is around here, right? Raid, break of structure. Then we return, and we would have had our entry once again at the breaker, stop loss above the raid if you want to get paid, move this over, and then you'd have your 3R TP once again, like so. Then the next raid followed by a break of structure, like so. Ooh. Now, from the looks of it, this LP might be slightly bigger. Let's take a look how big that would be. We just short it from this breaker, stop loss above the raid, like this. You would have got triggered. Now the stop loss would be slightly bigger. It'd be 5.3 pips. But come on, man, it's 5.3 pips. Can't be crying about that, right? Now 3R for that would be around here. There we go. That's our 3R. Then we're looking for the next raid that led to a break of structure, right? Let's go. This is our next raid of a fractal high. This is our break of structure right there, right down there. Then we would have entered right off of the breaker with a stop loss above the raid, like so. Move this over. You would have got triggered as soon as it came down and then made that new candle up there. You would have got triggered, and you're only really looking for 3R, right? So 3R, once again, like so, 3R, and you would have hit TP. Now you're looking for the next raid that leads to a break of structure. Now there's nothing really. Of course, there was a raid on the downside like this, and then a break of structure, and you could have taken longs actually, like so, off of this LP, off of this breaker, sorry. Stop loss below the raid, move this over, TP, 3R as always. Now 3R is the magic number, because look, they set 3R and completely reversed. Now, since we are really just looking for sells, taking that buy would be risky, and that's why you want to be making sure you get out at 3R if you are going against the trend, right? Now, after this, let's say you're looking for the next raid that led to a break of structure. Why am I ignoring all of these? Because after these raids, we didn't get any MSB, right? But here, finally, we got a raid, we got a break of structure. Once again, we got a short from this breaker, SL above the raid. Move this over, you get triggered. We're only looking for 3R. I'm just saying the same thing again and again, but really it's just rinse and repeat, right? If I just drag this over, once again hit TP, cool. And then as we approach the end of our trading session, we can keep going. We got another raid, got a break of structure here. And then you would enter once again short position from this breaker here, SL right there. And you can see if your spreads were awful, for example, if you're on FTMO, your spreads are most likely awful, you would have got stopped on this, but that's why you keep a cushion on all your trades. And then as always, you're targeting that 3R right there, and it would have hit. And then we move over, looking for more raids on the top side, nothing here, nothing here. And then we see a raid here, nothing too interesting. We get another raid followed by a break of structure like this. And then of course we get stopped out. So we just put a short here based on this breaker, stop loss above this raid, move this over, and then you would have looked for your 3R but got stopped. And then of course it shits itself. And then you would have been done for the day in terms of all the sell side raids. Now, if we count up the risk to reward, right, we did -1 here. Then we did 3R, so we're up 2R. Then we did another 3R here, so we're up 5R. Then we're up around 8R. Now, if you did take this, you'd be up 11R, but let's not include it. Let's say you're only looking for sells. You're up 8R for now. Now you're 11R. Now you're, what am I? 14R. And then of course you took that final loss. So you're about 13R in profit for the day, just based on 1 minute trades, right? And a bias that you held for the whole day. So you've kept it pretty simple. And the idea is that if you can catch the right direction, you can just make the most of it. Now, of course, you could have just held one of these trades for ages and caught about 50 off, right? But how many of us are actually going to hold for that long, right? That's why this is much more convenient for us, and it actually helps because you can compound your account. Now, sure, you could have taken, a counter trade like this because, this might be a significant low, like a 4-hour low that gets raided. That you could have taken advantage of, but that's something that you're actually adding to your strategy, right? And it's not something that I'm backtesting, so I'll remove that and say that, hey, look, we made around 13R just based off of the backtesting that we just done. But yeah, hopefully that helped.